welcome back to another Remembering Forgotten Memories video. So this one, I don't know if it really qualifies as a story time, because it's not one that really goes anywhere, so much as that it's kind of just a wonder to me that I can remember something as early as this in my life, because most people can't remember before 4 or 5 years old. Some people it's even older than that, like my sister Kimmy. She can't remember things before like 9 for the most part. This was when I was 2. So the fact that I can remember this, but several other little things like that too from the same age, it's just like, I don't know if this is like a weird Aspie trait. I don't know if it's just me. I don't know, but I have quite a few of them now. A lot of them are just brief little snapshots in my mind, and of course the more time that has gone on since then, the more distant and cloudy they have gotten, so I kind of, at this point, they may not seem like much, but I'm documenting them while they're still there at all, before they're gone into the ether for good. Even if they don't seem important, you never know, it might be something to me one day. Even if it's not to anyone else, it might be to me. So, do you remember the first time you ever encountered an escalator? Now, for a lot of people, it's probably not even a big deal, because you see them all the damn time, and you just encounter them constantly. It's like, who even cares? I'm from, like, this tiny-ass town in the middle of, like, butt-fuck nowhere, okay? So, for me, even to this day, I could probably count the number of places I've encountered these in on, like, one hand. So, just saying. But the first time I ever encountered one was when I was 2. Back at a time when I was still an only child and a complete lone wolf, because I didn't even have cousins yet. I mean, the 2 that are technically older than me don't really get counted. I was like the first grandchild that mattered, which is really shitty to say. That's not my wording. Those cousins' mom did not let my grandparents have anything to really do with them. That's on her. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with it is what it is. So, as far as I knew, I had no cousins until way later on. I even met one of them. Of those 2, anyway. The other one I think I've met once ever, and he's basically off the grid. Nobody even knows about that one. But, regardless of the cousins that mattered, none of them had been born yet. I was like the first one that mattered. So, yeah, until I guess Brittany was the first, and I think I was either 2 or 3. I want to say it was like about a week and a half before my 3rd birthday. So my other aunt was probably pregnant with her when this happened, but this is not the aunt in question for this story. So, as there were no cousins yet, my mom's sister was very much chomping at the bit, wanted babies like now, but didn't have any yet. I would get one from her very soon, not that long after this, actually. Unfortunately, that one didn't end so well. That one died of SIDS, but she had another one not too long after that. Anyway, regardless, because she had no kids of her own yet, and my mom was her little sister, she kind of took her big sister, not responsibilities, but privilege, in, showing up at our house and kind of just, like, kidnapping me for a day at a time. Pretty much just taking Jen, bye, and took off for the freaking day. My mom, like, before my mom even realized what the hell happened, like, oh, okay, whatever, but, like, and she'd, like, take me out to, like, carnivals, or, like, to the store, to her house, just to, like, get to play with me, just to have fun with a baby, or, I guess, a toddler by this point. Just little shit like that. Basically, just show off how cute I was, because when I was little, I was very cute. I don't know what the fuck happened after that, but when I was super little, I was actually really cute, once upon a time. It's a shame that did not stick, but anyway, regardless, on this particular day, she took me to, I want to say, it was probably JCPenney. It was it's either JCPenney or Sears, whichever one had a photo studio in it, like a portrait studio, that one. But I'm leaning towards thinking it was Penny's, since I seem to remember that building, I think it's still there, was the big, boxy, tall, big-ass building. I think our Sears was like 1 floor, so it had to have been Penny's. But anyway, regardless, that doesn't matter where it was. But she decided she was going to surprise my mom with getting portraits done of me that were all cutesy and professional, and probably the first professional portraits I'd ever had taken of me. We still have those somewhere. I don't know where they are, but I know we have them. I've seen them. And she was gonna surprise me with, like, getting me a new dress for this and everything. So she went and let me go into, like, the kids' clothes department and found a really cutesy dress. And may I just say, for the record, even at 2 years old, at a time when my favorite color was pink, it hadn't even changed to blue yet, and she let me choose my own dress, I picked a blue dress. Just say, let the record show. Anyway, it's like, yeah, on paper my favorite color was pink, but all signs pointed to blue from very early on. The irony, like, today, now I'm starting to lean to pink again, but I think blue is still my favorite. I don't know, it changes every so many years, but regardless, doesn't matter. But it was like this cute little, like, sky blue, like, long sleeve, kind of like puff sleeve dress. I want to say it was long sleeve, with little ruffles around the cups and everything. It was very cute. It had little teeny tiny flowers all over it, which still sounds like shit that I'd buy today, honestly. Maybe not long sleeve. Actually, maybe. I don't know. Regardless. So the clothes department was downstairs. And then I spotted it. The big, gigantic moving staircase. Which little did I know we had to go up it anyway. But I spotted this thing and was just in this, initially just a state of awe over this thing, because it was so big. And I'd seen stairs before. My grandparents had stairs in their house. That was probably the only place I'd seen stairs yet. We had a 1-story house. My aunt had a 1-story house. The apartment my uncle was living in was a 1-story house. Like, I'd only seen 1-story houses at that point in my life, other than my one grandparents' house. But, regardless, I'd seen stairs. But these moved. And they were shiny and silver, and anything shiny immediately gets my attention anyway. Something shiny and moving, you have my attention for hours, probably. Because I was the little kid that, I mean, yeah, it's easy to put a baby under a ceiling fan and it'll shut him up for hours. Yeah, I didn't outgrow that. I mean, there's times, like, as a grown-ass adult, I'll still find myself just staring at it. My dad's like, what the hell? Why does that still work? I'm like, I don't know. But anyway, maybe I was a cat in a past life, I don't fucking know, but regardless, I was kind of just transfixed, and she was like, do you want to go up it? And this was around the time that all of a sudden it was like, I don't know about this. I don't think I had the words yet to echo what I was feeling. I just remember kind of pulling back a little, like, like, I don't know about that. Like, it's fun looking at it, but I don't know about that thing. And so she, like, very little teeny tiny baby steps getting closer to it. Let me check it out. See, like, the one side goes up, the one side comes down. And of course, my stupid ass self, when I finally got okay with the idea of getting onto it, wanted to go up the down side, which is never going to freaking work, and she decided I'll let her figure it out. Which, of course, only resulted in me stumbling and falling down, and it freaking me out for it, and, yeah, trying to get me to then be willing to go on the other side, to go up it. Good fucking luck, basically, but there was a bit of a power struggle involved, let me tell you. I do remember that very well. And the irony, because of that tripping and stumbling on the wrong side, to this is so ridiculous. I can't believe I'm admitting this to the internet. Or to anybody, really. To this freaking day, I still have, like, this weird little, like, bit of anxiety about stepping on escalators, even as a grown-ass adult, even comprehending how they work, when you step on, when you step off. I obviously understand that. And yet I still have this, like, moment of terror at the moment of stepping on, and, like, anyone in my family, or anyone who has ever been with me, upon needing to step on an escalator, will be the first to tell you that, yeah, there's, like, a solid minute of, like, me, like, trying to find my moment of, give me a minute, I missed that one, missed it again, just give me a minute, I need to make sure I don't fall. The level of anxiety is ridiculous, my dudes. But it's also not that often I encounter them, so it's not like I've had a lot of practice or anything, but, like, the one mall that is, like, kind of, sort of near us, it's, like, 45 minutes away, like, it has one. Obviously, I go on it anytime I go to Bath & Body Works in person, but, like, there's always that moment of, I'm scared, and, like, the entire way up, like, my heart just being, like, in my throat of being scared that when it gets to the top end, that I might stumble and fall on the other side. Because even as a little kid growing up, every time that I encountered one, I handled the getting on part fine, but the getting off part, almost every freaking time, caught my foot on it and would trip, like, freaking clockwork. Hand-eye coordination, people, it is not my strong suit. But, like, it's just funny to me that even as a grown adult, something as basic as a freaking escalator still, on some small, minute level, a little bit freaks me out. It's not like a full-blown paranoia. It's not a full-blown phobia or anything. I'll do it. But there is some anxiety that bubbles up. Am I alone in this? I'm probably alone in this, but, like, for reals, if anyone else out there relates to that, like, let me know in the comments. I mean, we are not here to judge. I will just feel a little less alone in my minor anxiety attack I have every time I step on one. Oh god, yeah, that. But, obviously, everything ended up fine. I went and had my pictures taken that we still freaking have framed to this day. But, like, god, it's just bizarre to me that I can still remember that day, and, like, as much of it as I do. Like, that is probably one of my earliest freaking memories. And why that one stands out? I don't know. There's photos we have of, like, plenty of other outings I did with my aunt from around the same time that don't really remember anything about those. But that particular day stands out. Go figure. Go figure. I don't know. I don't get it either. It is what it is. So, anyway, that's it for this one, guys. Like I said, it's not really a story time so much as just random blip of a thing that I totally remember, and I don't know why I remember, but I do. So I'm sharing it with you guys. So, before I become too old to remember it. So, because sadly, Alzheimer's does run in my family, and I'm probably doomed to it one day. So I think that's part of why I do these videos, is so I have a record of them somewhere, in case there comes a day. Yeah, now I'm going all emo kid. In case there comes a day when I forget them, they'll be here. And they'll live on. So, as long as there's a YouTube anyway, they'll live on. So anyways, that's it for this one, guys. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.